All right, and turning to more local coverage that is new this morning at 6:36. He took an oath to serve and protect, but on July the 23rd, State Police Colonel Jim Manni was on the receiving end of that oath when he was attacked by a swarm of wasps. Last night, he had the chance to thank first responders who came to his rescue. 12 News reporter Erica Ritchie is here with the story, and this really is an incredible story of survival and gratitude.
Indeed it is, Danielle. Colonel Jim Manni went before the South Kingstown Town Council last night sharing his story, and this morning I want to share it with you. Now, the video feed is not that great, but his words paint the whole picture, and I want you to listen closely to them because then you'll understand the gravity of his gratitude.
I was weed whacking around my pool area, and suddenly a swarm of yellow jackets came out of the ground, and I got stung several times. I really don't know how many, but it was several. Within minutes, I knew something was not right. I could just tell. I said, I'm just going to take a quick cold shower and see if I feel better. Maybe it was the heat. Well, it wasn't. By the time I made it up the stairs, I passed out, fell down. And when she ran upstairs, the only way to describe me that she told me later was that I looked dead.
Certainly a scary picture for Colonel Jim Manni's wife, a scary picture for all of us as the man we know as a leader was now in an unsuspecting instant needing help himself. The leader of the state police, Colonel Jim Manni, told the town council last night 5 doctors told him that had the EMS crew not arrived when they did, he was just a minute or two away from dying.
I've responded to hundreds and hundreds, if not several thousand emergencies in my 35 years in law enforcement. But I've never been on the other side of this. And it's not a comforting feeling being on the other side of it. I have to tell you that the way they responded and the professionalism that they showed me and my family that day was second to none. There's no doubt in my mind that they saved my life.
And Colonel Manni made sure to tell them that last night, not just in words, but take a look here. Big hugs, bouquets of flowers. That's what he gave to those first responders that came to his aid. And he started with paramedic Sarah Pete, who he said was the first soothing voice he heard when he came to that day. We're grateful to their service and to the service of Colonel Manni as well. Live in studio this morning, Erica Ritchie, 12 News.